So after striking more than 80 military targets overnight, President Trump issued a warning of more strikes to come. This was earlier in the morning, sort of softening his tone about an hour ago. Nevertheless, Iran, again, issuing their own warning. So this sort of, they said there'll be a 2-for-1 response with further attacks. This verbal salvos, each one of them, sort of continued to push this market lower.
As reporters at the NATO summit asked the question that we are all wondering, is the war back on? It appears that the never-ending flip-flopping coming from the president has caused Fox News hosts to turn on the president.
And I also don't think that Witkoff and Kushner should be the ones doing this. They're business guys. They have not been effective in Ukraine, not been effective in Gaza. They have not been effective in this. They can't have 3 portfolios to begin with. We have a State Department for a reason. Marco Rubio, even Democrats admit, has been looked at as a genius internationally. He is the guy that most people would want, even if you gave truth serum to Democrats. He should take the lead on this because you can't do this like a business deal. You have to understand the history of the region and how distrustful the Iranians have been. They will only make a decision if they have no other choice.
During a recent segment on the Murdoch-Rand network, the Fox host described how Trump's ever-changing rhetoric on the war spooked the market again, which, when punctuated with this brutal mashup from CNN, you start to understand why.
And we're dealing with people that I think are very rational people. I mean, they were nice to deal with. They're very dangerous people from Iran. They're sick. There's something wrong with them. And of course, they're dirty players, so they go after everyone. I don't like them, and they're evil people. They have a new group of leaders that I think is, actually, I think they're smarter. I think they're very smart. I think they're far less radicalized. I don't think they know what the hell they're doing, but they're bad people, very bad people. I think they're incompetent, and they're a bunch of scum. You want to know the truth? They're scum. I think they're really good. They love their country. These are evil, sick people, and we have to rid their cancer. They're cancer. And you know what you do? You got to cut out cancer early. They're liars. They're cheats. They're sick people. They've hurt their people.
As recent reports coincide, it appears that the Trump's never-ending flip-flopping and evolving rhetoric regarding the war has caused aides to scramble to try to save the ceasefire, which took forever to try to come to an agreement on in the first place. The president says that he believes the ceasefire with Iran is over. He says he's not sure he wants a deal anymore and says that the US should, quote, finish the job. But then he also insists that continued attacks do not mean a return to war or long-term action. So we're going to keep bombing you, but we're not sure that means that the war's really back on, right? And the confusion and uncertainty on Trump's mixed messaging not only is spooking the markets, but it's causing those who surround the president to scramble as a means to try to find a way forward.
We have major points of agreement. They want to make a deal, and we are very willing to make a deal. Well, I think we're going to end it. I can't tell you for sure when they want to make a deal so badly. You have no idea how badly they want to make a deal. They want to make a deal so badly. I do see a deal in Iran. We were very close to a deal. I think it's close to over, yeah. I mean, I view it as very close to over. It's looking very good that we're going to make a deal with Iran, and it's going to be a good deal. This process should go very quickly. We're going to end that war very quickly. They want to make a deal so badly. We think we're close to a deal, and that's okay. We're in the final throes of what will be a very, very good deal.
Whether it's a negotiation tactic or a signal of an escalation in fighting, mediators are scrambling to save the interim deal, and the actions risk further inflaming tensions, which could spell more problems for Republicans ahead of the midterms. And if you've tuned in to any of the recent town halls, you would have noticed that voters, they aren't happy with this never-ending conflict and the promises made from the president to not engage in any new wars, not to mention the repercussions it's had on affordability and gas prices.
Next question is what are you going to do for benefits for all people with disabilities?
Well, under the One Big Beautiful Bill, we protected a system that if it had gone unchecked, it would not have been long-term available for the very people that are the most vulnerable, the developmentally disabled, the persistent mentally ill, people that are of advanced age. We protected Medicaid in a bipartisan, common sense way. That was the result.
Okay, next.
I am pissed, and I'm pissed at you because I have emailed you because it's easier for me than to try to talk on the phone without profanity. I would appreciate you taking your father's U.S. Constitution book, read it, study it, make your own lines underneath it, and get Trump out of office. The man is a dictator. He knows nothing about what he talks about. I listened to him for about a half hour today, and I got sick at all the lies he brought up. You want to straighten out the budget? Start taxing corporations and the wealthy, like we've been telling you. Do you think we're idiots? Do you think we don't pay taxes? Do you think that we don't have to make budgets? You talk about half-truths when I listen to you. You know nothing about taking care of children because you've always had a really good-paying job. You know nothing about what a working-class citizen does. Come down here. Come down here and start trying to pay your medical insurance. Come down here and walk into Costco to try to feed your family, to feed your kid that's moved out, to feed your great-grandchildren. I had a very good job in California, and I'm able to feed my family, and it goes all the way to great-grandchildren. You're not helping me. Believe me, you're not helping me. You need to take your head out of Trump's ass and start doing your representation of us.
A regional intelligence official involved in the mediation efforts said the conflict had reached a critical stage as mutual mistrust rises, but high-level communications are happening around the clock to salvage the ceasefire, said this official, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the delicate behind-the-scenes negotiations. Also involved in these negotiations are the foreign ministers of Pakistan and Qatar, as well as Egypt's intelligence chief, the other ones leading the efforts, while the Turkish president, whose country just recently hosted the NATO summit, and leaders from Saudi Arabia are all involved.
Media, Tunç Akkoç, Türkiye. Mr. President, it seems that the war with Iran may start again. What do you expect from your European allies?
I don't think it's going to start again. I think it's going to go very quickly. They hit a couple of ships, and so we hit them much harder. When they hit, we hit 10 times harder. You know, we hit much harder than they do. We have a lot better equipment than they do. We may even, somebody asked before, do you think you'll hit them tonight? I said, we might. Yeah, we might. But when they hit, we hit. You know, it's what we use their language. We speak their language. No, I don't think so. I think anything that happens is going to be over very quickly, and we'll only make it safer, including for oil. Oil is going to be very free, very easy, and it's going to happen very fast. We have the Hormuz Strait. The boats have pulled out. I mean, there's a gusher of oil right now. We have a lot of oil, and no, anything that happens is going to happen very fast. We're not looking for long term.
But when anchors on the president's most favorable network are pointing out how his ever-evolving rhetoric and flip-flopping is not only spooking the market, but it's leaving the American people in a state of constant confusion and disarray, then you know it's bad.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.